Hey everyone, this is Ms. Moffat from across the Litiverse. Halloween is almost upon us and booktubers have been sharing their spooky, scary reads for the month. For me, October's always been more of a weird, wonderful, and magical time of year, so I thought I'd recommend some books to help you capture that side of the season as well. So grab your broomsticks and away we go. First off, I'm already going to break my own rules and pick Ray Bradbury as my first book. I know what you're thinking. Ms. Moffat, Ray Bradbury was not a book. Yes, he wrote many books, but he himself was never a book. Yes, I'm aware of that point. But as many fans of Bradbury know, he was called the Grand Master of October Country for a reason. I first came to his work as a child when I stumbled across the animated version of his children's tale, The Halloween Tree, which aired around this time every year. I will award an extra 10 points to the fact that he even narrates this movie. In The Halloween Tree, 4 friends are whisked throughout time to save the soul of their friend Pipkin, who's lost and needs to be brought back home. At the same time, the children learn the history of Halloween and learn the meaning behind their costumes. It's fantastic, and I've left a link to the intro below so you can bask in my nostalgia here. Bradbury loved the weird and wonderful month of October and spent a large portion of his career writing stories to capture crisp autumn evenings in a world made strange by the change of seasons. One of his best October country books, in my opinion, is Something Wicked This Way Comes, a story about 2 boys who must save each other from a dark carnival that rolls into town. One of the cooler features of this book is a carousel that ages you or returns your youth depending on which way you ride it. I can think of no one who captures October the way that Bradbury did, and if you have the chance to squeeze this read in before the month ends, I would highly recommend it. And speaking of magical traveling carnivals, I naturally have to jump to The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I can only describe it as enchanting, and that is from page 1. Morgenstern's details about the Cirque de Rêve makes me desperately wish I could live in this book, or at least attend the circus on a clear October evening. In The Night Circus, 2 children are bound together by a gentleman's bet designed to test the skills of a natural-born magic user against those of a student of magic. Their battleground turns out to be the Cirque de Rêve, a traveling circus that gains attention for its endlessly breathtaking tents and performances. However, their competition transforms into a bid to impress each other, which becomes a love story tarnished by their inescapable fate. I'm making myself want to read it again. Next, I'm jumping to a spot of manga with Natsume's Book of Friends, or Natsume Yujincho by Yuki Midorikawa. Though I first came to this series via the anime, I couldn't resist buying the books as well. This series follows Takashi Natsume, a young boy who can see yokai, or spirits, monsters, and minor gods that exist in the world but should be invisible to the human eye. Natsume's sight is a gift he inherited from his grandmother, a mysterious woman who passed away when he was young. Throughout the series, Natsume is returning the names of a group of yokai who lost bets to his grandmother at the same time that he's trying to trust his new, all-human friends. The series is just lovely and life-affirming and always brightens my day. I also like the fact that it focuses on the bond between a grandmother and her grandson, which really isn't a relationship you see represented that often. And last, I have Skeleton Key by Andi. I first came across this series via a one-shot published back in 2012, and I fell in love with the otherworldly misadventures of Tasman, a Canadian schoolgirl, and Kitsune, a Japanese fox spirit. I respect this series, namely for the complete evolution of the artwork here. So this is how it looked when I first discovered it, and this is how it looked in the first issues. But really, I couldn't resist the idea of a magical key that unlocks doors to other worlds, and this series is so rooted in 90s culture, just yes. Yes. So Halloween is fast approaching, which means we've only got a few more days to hold on to the weird and wonderful world of October. So how about you? What are your favorite autumn reads? Do you prefer a magical October or a spooky, scary October? Feel free to leave your recommendations below. On that note, signing off.